Press play.
Go.
All right. Who did something interesting they'd like to share? Anybody? Y'all didn't do nothing interesting this whole weekend besides watch the game or something? No.
I was just playing
Did
games.
go to the Kodak concert?
I was only playing games.
You was only playing games? All right, everybody ready? We're going to do this on three on me. 1, 2, 3. All right, I am not scared of tests because I'm confident. I am confident because I know the material. I would like to read the quote of the day. Go ahead, say it loud.
When you are born, you look like your parents. When you die, you look like your decisions.
Very good. When you die, you look like your decisions. When you die, every decision that you made, that's going to be on you. Whatever decision you did, whatever you did in life, you're going to look like. If you make decisions to make yourself rich, you'll be rich when you die. You make decisions to make yourself poor, you'll be poor when you die. If you made decisions to give you a long life, you will. A short life, you will. All of that's going to be determined based on the decisions that you made. Okay? All right, now, today we're talking about using points on the graph to solve for, we're using points on the graph to solve the equation. First, you need to write down the distance formula. Distance equals the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. That's the first thing. That is the distance formula. Okay? Plus. All right? Now, based on that, now remember, what do we learn about side, right? That what? If the corresponding side is congruent, if all of the corresponding sides are congruent to the triangle, what does that mean by the triangle?
It's congruent.
It's congruent. So all you're using the distance formula is to see, once I get the distance of each side, is the corresponding sides are going to be what? Congruent. They gave you PQ and XY. That's the first side. I'm just going to do one to show you how to do it, and then the rest going to be on you. You can easily do it once you do that one. Okay? So P is 5, -4. Q is -3, 7. Okay? And also remember, they always have, just get the title of the worksheet, they have people working this out on YouTube. So if you need extra help, that's something you can do. Okay? And then you have X. For this next one, XY, you have -2 to 1, -1, 9, 7. Okay? Now, so for the first thing, right, is we put in the formula. So D equals square root of -7 minus -4 squared plus -3 minus 5 squared. Okay? That's the first way we set that up. Okay? And then this one you can set up like D equals 7 minus -1 squared plus 9 minus -2 squared. Okay? I would. I would, because once you figure out how to do this one, you know how to do the rest of them. Okay? Remember, once you know the process, the product not in question. Okay? So you end up with (11) squared plus 8 squared, which will give you 121 plus 64, which will give you D equals the square root of 185. And what's the square root of 185? What's the square root of 185? square root of 185? What's square root of 185? I do it for the calculator. You got it? 13 point what? That's right. 13.6. So this side equals 13.6. Now, all we gotta do, let's keep on with this one. You end up with a square root, 8 squared plus 11 squared, right? Do we have to keep going?
No.
Do we have to keep going? Why we don't have to keep going? It's gonna be the same thing, 13.6. Now, if you wanna work everything out, you can, but looking at it, sometimes you can look at something and see the result before you finish, right? Work smarter, not harder. So because this is 13.6 and this is 13.6, it'll say that this is what? Congruent. Okay? So for the first two, you put a check mark, that's congruent. So now all you do for the rest of them is do the distance formula to see if the rest of them are what? And then if all three sides are congruent, then you know that both triangles are what? Congruent. Any questions? Y'all got how to find the distance? The only reason you're doing it like this is so you can find the distance. Once you find the distance, the rest is easy. All right, you got any more questions, let me know. Y'all have a great rest of the day.